Yo.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show up for an international audience. It's the Redskins going up against the Bengals.
Oh, boy, we in England.
Let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton.
Nah, we overseas.
Larry, thank you very much. It's the
big timers over there overseas, huh?
EA Sports. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They come out here in the eye. Now a former Tar Heel, Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
Again, here's Bernard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. To throw here, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass.
I hope so. I hope so, because what you mean? I did knew that. That's why I called it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And here's the Redskin defense.
Josh Norman was not a first-round pick when he entered the NFL, but he always thought he should be. Never lacked for confidence, and now he plays at a Pro Bowl level.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
That boy put that shit right in on the money.
They'll run again with Bernard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Third down now following the run. Third down from the gun. Dalton. Wide open receiver complete.
That's supposed to be touchdown.
17, and it'll give him a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Dalton toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way. They want to see that continue.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They go play action here on first down. See Dalton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Oh, good shit. Good shit, offense.
And after the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away.
Come on, Mike, you got to get your kit together, man.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, defense. Bring this shit home.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Cousins now to throw on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Niles Paul, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Starting 11 here for the offense. It's going to take some snaps here to
that
second.
Boy nervous,
wide receiver
man.
Pierre Garçon, always been a very good force in this league.
I agree with you totally
over there,
on that.
Man.
Even as a youngster, played with a fury, played with force, continues to do that now as a veteran, and knows how to mentor the younger guys.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10.
Oh.
Incomplete. He was trying
Oh, my God.
And that'll make it third down. The defensive starters.
Come on,
now for
country.
Cincinnati.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force
Fuck,
as a defensive
man.
tackle. Forces
Got
every
capitalize
offense he
on that
plays
shit.
against to alter their game plan.
Huh.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. third down. Cousins. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when
where you going at, big boy?
It's really effective.
Watching you like a hawk right here.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Again, it's Henry. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
I'm trying to tell you.
Cousins now.
Got him. Let's go.
It's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and that brings up fourth down. Now on fourth down, the 2014 NFL leader as a rookie in yards per punt, Tress Way on to kick it.
Uh-oh. Okay. Damn, boy.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And here the hookup good to Victor Cruz. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Play clock winding down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's some guys that casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He couldn't quite hold it.
Them boys shook out there, man.
Incomplete.
That's what it is.
We know it's
Boy, scared to get hit.
Catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass
we don't got the best defense for nothing.
He should have caught.
On second down, Cousins again.
Got him.
50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42.
These boys hungry. Let me feed these boys, man. They hungry.
Last time they'll be looking to do that again here for the defense.
Why you even floating the ball like that, man? Trying our defense.
Punch counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
When you see a base 3-4 team that attacks and moves similar to what we just saw in that play and spills running plays, often think back to the Giants, the New York Giants of the early 90s. That was one of the best attacking 3-4 teams that you saw, mainly because they had 4 tremendous linebackers.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it here with Bernard.
Come on.
A gain of 3, second down.
Don't want me to
Tough
be
day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Darkwa. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? But where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A.J. Green with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Okay.
And it is now 21-0.
Ooh, 21-0. Ooh.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Time to step aside. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and
trying
go
to run
the
my
distance.
nigga over, huh?
But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take
that rookie showing up. You gonna go for it too?
This one now in their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Derrick Henry.
Oh.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Boy.
Gain, and on
Good shit.
Down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I know the commentary done told you, boy, we got the #1 run defense, boy.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive
better find some other way to beat
think about moving
I like
at a faster
that.
pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
Got him.
For the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Kendall Fuller. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I guess.
They come out here in the eye. A first down carry for Henry. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
That's a good choice I made. What you got?
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second down, Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, you already know. That's what I do. Oh, no, but this is the franchise. Ain't no quitting. Yeah, it's league play. You can't quit on him. You could be 62 zip. You got to take that ass with you. Yeah, man, my girl said I'm 21 zipping you, dog.
And with time running down, they go
hood rules. You got to quit.
Seems to me, Brandon, that they're pretty content with where they are right now. Just going to take a knee and head in for the half.
I think this the halftime. Ain't no need.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Yeah, boy, that boy got off mic and everything.
So both teams have their marching orders,
yeah,
and we'll get going
mic.
again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Papa.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
Well, I got off mic and all, huh?
Because
I guess he got to concentrate.
There's a lot of shouting, screaming.
Yeah, I guess he got to concentrate.
But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution?
Caught a ball.
Or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
You better do something.
They'll run with Henry.
Woo, what?
Years, he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Take that shit back. Hold it, man.
Sometimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. That's going to go
he can hit me through his
team. Full 8 yards.
He can still hit me. He just ain't on mic.
Back for second down.
You know, he can't take the shit talking, so, you know, I guess.
All right, here we go. They go play action here on first down. Jackson with a grab over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
I got to play for that right now, watch. Because that's what he's going to keep doing. He's going to go in the middle.
The pitch to Henry. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
Yeah, boy, 27, yeah. You don't see that shit?
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner.
I want him to score, though. You know, give him some confidence.
Can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. That's another side for the defense.
Nobody
that we've seen all game
get.
long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer.
Yeah, we got the number one run
defense. Here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Cousins now to throw on first down. Crowder's got it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Cousins now on second down.
Got him.
His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's
Got
picked
him.
off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Shit ain't sweet out here, man. Everybody on notice.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll begin here with Bernard.
Uh-oh.
Some space here. And a cut to the left sideline.
Uh-oh.
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni
What?
Bernard.
Man.
Touchdown number
What?
15 of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
I'm gonna put it in the backup. Nah, fuck that shit. I need my niggas.
Something going last drive.
I'm gonna start putting it in the backup, man.
Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence.
I'm gonna let the backups
Don't
get
worry
some
about the other
playing
part.
time
You can't
in
get
the
that
fourth
back.
quarter.
Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Woo!
Bring him down.
The weight room does work.
7 yards on the pickup.
We
there.
did
They'll
that.
lead with a
We
second
ran
and
that boy
3.
slap over,
Offensive
huh?
linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Henry. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Cousins on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Hope I don't sound too
That shit,
rah-rah
man.
now.
Should have got picked off.
That's exact right throw.
Playing.
Either your receiver
Huh?
gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot
This
of
shit-
credit for
this
being
shit
really
ain't,
precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And on 2nd and 10 now. A give to Henry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. On 3rd down, Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
What you gonna
They did
do?
a really nice job.
You gonna give it to me at the 44?
From a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a gain of 5, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it again with Henry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Second down following the run. Play action now. Cousins. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First and 10, Cousins. This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
I'm glad he scored, man. I ain't want to put him on the page that I goose
the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Huh? Oh shit! It would have been nice.
On the field now as they will send this one away.
I picked the wrong play. I picked defense. I should have picked.
Back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati
I was
now
doing
ready
good
to
how
take
I
the
was.
field. And coming off a one-play
And
drive
I fucked
that was
around.
so deflating
No,
for the
I fucked
defense,
around and picked
what's
the
their
cover
mentality?
2.
How do they
I should
rally
have never
here
did that.
and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that
Cover
sets
2 is
in,
like zone.
because they weren't ready to go on
They
the
cover
last one.
certain spots
Give all
in
the
the
credit
field.
to the
I
offensive
should've never
guys
did
for
that.
getting it
Should've
done,
kept
but
man
the
to
loud
man.
run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 13 yards there on the pickup, and the Bengals are going to have a first down.
But coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter. They're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want. You want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going. Want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there? And that's run the football.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Bernard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his second TD of the game at 16th on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Nugent on now for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They begin with Henry, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
No, check, Patriot! Here we go!
Another carry for the rookie. It's Henry. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Cousins. It's brought in by Dodson. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a 1st down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
All right, here we go.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
No, check. Let's go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Cousins now from the 50. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he pulls over him. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Tackle made there by Sean Spence.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Henry running right. Trucks through it.
Oh, man, right through it.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now, that run is one to build on, and I know it sounds like a cliche, and it seems like a simple thing, but truthfully, coaches are always looking for something to pull out of a tough day. And right now, this team has had one of those. So that run there, I guarantee that's a clip and save as they move forward and look towards the next game. And let's tell this team, this is what we're looking for. This is what we planned for. Let's have more of this to start games as opposed to getting it at the end.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely, defensive holder.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
Now let's go. Blue, line it.
From the red zone now, Cousins toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, here we go. 319. 319. All right, now look at 56.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. So Olivier Vernon, nice tackle for loss. He had 18 of those last year for Miami.
And he really emerged in a game against Tennessee last year. Absolutely unstoppable. Almost couldn't be blocked.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. On the counter, it's Henry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Adam Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals getting set to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Boy, currently stands second in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why, heck, runs like that might get him to first.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're second and you want to be first, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
Here's Bernard. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Here we go.
This is Henry. Bulldozes past him. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
All right, here we go. 319.
Now it's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And on the ground they go with a running back. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Bengals, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say cheerio from London.